Burn, baby, burn.
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you will ever listen to.
Your final bros are here, Ryan Hopper, LaGrasta, and Shane. If they can vote, they can deep throat Smith, and we're joined by Sauce McGavin. Sauce, are you alive?
I've actually thought about doing this entire episode silent because Nick Cage doesn't speak once in the entire movie. I thought it'd be a great idea if I was just silent.
Oh, I like
the
that.
entire time, though. But I'm not gonna do that to you guys. We're gonna rock and roll because it was still a great movie, despite the fact that he actually did not have one speaking line.
It kind of added to it. It was so different than the usual Nick Cage.
I have a theory.
Okay.
It wasn't on purpose. I think the makers of the movie were like, we need Nick Cage. They reached out to his agent. His agent was like, Nick Cage has two packages, a speaking package and a non-speaking package. Here are the prices. They said, we can't afford the speaking one. We'll just wrap it around him not speaking. And it worked.
It definitely worked.
I love it.
So let's just say it. We're in Nick Cage month. We're doing Nick Cage movies all month.
Sauce McGavin will be with us every episode this month. We're happy. It's been a while. We're super happy to have you back.
It's been a really long time.
It's been over a year. Well, we had you on the 100th episode, but just to do an episode with you.
Yeah.
It's been a very long
Prior
time.
to that, Jersey Shore. Tammy, wow.
It was actually last Halloween.
Wow.
Almost a year.
It's over a year. It's over a year. This is November. Well,
like a bad friend.
At least now you'll be on all four, and we're starting off with Willy's Wonderland.
You also got me on the hot mic for some of these episodes.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
We had Sauce a couple of weeks back on the hot mic for our Hell House episode.
Yes. It doesn't count as being on an episode.
Well, it's Scott's fucking blurting out shit like Triple X.
Yeah, that was shit. That shit was crazy. I wanted to walk out right there.
We can stage a walkout.
Triple X. It's not even that good of a movie.
No.
It's like a 4 or 5.
No,
right?
it ain't no Willy's Wonderland.
It's not.
Where, is this a Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff?
So,
Has to be, right?
yeah. So I looked up the IMDb trivia just to see, and they said this movie is not a adaptation of Five Nights at Freddy's, but it clearly is. There's there's no way around that.
It's
Yes.
One Night at Wally's.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It really is One Night at Wally's, or Willy's, whatever it's called, because...
Is it Wally or Willy?
Willy.
I can call it Wally, yeah.
It's Willy. It's Willy.
No, it is, though, because that's in the theme of the story. It's one night. They lure people there for one night.
Yeah.
And they don't probably take the same animatronics as they do in Five Nights at Freddy's, but they are animatronic. The concept is the same. You're staying one night in the place.
Yeah.
Well,
There's 5, but still, it's an overnight worker.
And overnight, they come alive. They
Yes.
come alive.
I'm alive.
They come alive.
And Nick Cage, is he a human?
My actual, so I was watching this movie with my mom, and she was like, "Is he supposed to be a superhero or like?"
I have a theory on that, actually. So, I think that because you're going to put in that situation, and like real life, like take the joking aspect aside, like the Nick Cage out of it, right? If you're put in that situation and animatronics are alive, and the first thing they say to you is, "I'm going to feast on your soul," and they attack you, it's fight or flight, and odds are you're going to pick flight.
Sure.
I think Nick Cage's character just doesn't fear anything, and you versus an animatronic, like, you might have a chance. Like, if you actually just, like, went into fight mode, I think you have a chance. I just don't think his character fears anything, and he just kicks the holy shit out of these things.
All he does is crush back soda.
Yeah.
Well, punch.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Girl, Crunch Pop?
Yeah.
Yo,
I was calling it Wolf Soda.
Wolf Cola.
Wolf Cola the entire time.
You know what's super interesting, though? I noticed about this movie. I feel like he's there, and he kind of reminds me of like how I view board games. Like I need to like master the rules.
Yeah.
He goes with a mission, and like as he's kicking ass, he goes back to doing the job. He makes sure everything is squeaky clean, and he never wastes. Like he never is gonna leave early. He waits the entire night. To finish his shift.
Sticks to his guns. He has he has a watch, which we'll get to. He likes to take breaks, whether it's working or kicking ass. He's going to take a break.
Yeah.
Play a little game, relax, pound back a Wolf Cola, a delicious cold crisp Wolf Cola. But regardless, the movie's great. Cleaning, kicking ass, break,
Kicking ass. He does kick quite a bit of ass.
Yeah.
But I think that, like I said, he goes in with a game plan. At least the game plan might get disoriented, but his game plan is he's going to work the entire night, and he does. He finishes it. He follows the rules that were set before him.
And
he's a man of a mission.
If he puts his mind to it, he gets it done. So let's get into how this all starts by jumping into the pit of spooky.
I am excited to talk about Willy's Wonderland, released last year, 2021. It is simply the love story of Nicolas Cage and a pinball machine at 3 a.m. This film obviously stars Nicolas Cage as quoted as the janitor, Emily Tosta as Liv, Beth Grant as Sheriff Lund, Rick Wright as Tex McAdoo, and Chris Warner as Jed. I'm not going to talk about the kids.
None of the characters like kind of matter besides Nick Cage in this movie.
What about Tex McAdoo? That guy never wears a mustache that's not falling off his face.
Those kids do suck though.
They're terrible.
They're
like the fuck them kids like meme is them. Like,
I feel like they tried so hard to ruin this movie because if you got normal kids, it would have been fine. These kids just can't act.
You know, I think it was a bunch of kids from like a shitty performance art school.
Yes.
Get an opportunity and they're trying to make the most of it, but making the most of it is definitely a little too much.
Yeah. It was bad. They were all bad. So let's get into how this situation starts so we can talk about it. Nick Cage is just driving down the road.
In a Chevy Camaro.
Very nice car.
Ocean blue.
Drives over a spike trap.
Yep.
He gets picked up by the mechanic.
I do need to, because this is a very important plot point.
Okay.
Hits the spikes, goes in the trunk, and he pops his first Wolf Cola.
He does.
The movie. Which I'm thinking, that looks like it's sweltering heat. That is some warm soda in that back trunk.
Yes, I see where go. Sean's
Chevy Camaro.
God, hot soda.
But he crushes it.
He does.
Literally, he crushes the can.
Probably tastes like fucking motor oil.
Yeah. But it's his fuel.
It is literally fuel.
Yeah. It's how he keeps going.
Yes. Continue that.
Yeah. So he's going to get picked up by the mechanic. The mechanic's going to talk. And this is when you first get the idea that Nick Cage is not going to speak in this movie.
But you got distracted because you're like, oh, what's that in his mouth? Is it a cigarette? Is it a cigar? Or a meat stick?
The guy, right?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
What was it in his mouth?
I think it's a meat stick. He talks laser fast, though.
Yes. I had no idea what he was talking about. So he's going to bring him to the mechanic shop, and he's going to be like, this, that, the other thing. And he's like, it's going to be $1,000 to fix. But I don't take that plastic shit, and we don't have a working ATM.
Fucking screw job and a half. What kind of place is this?
What happens if the person does have $1,000 cash on them? Is the plan foiled? You're like, I don't take that cash.
I don't take that American shit.
I like that the camera pans over to the ATM out of order.
Yeah, he's like, we don't have internet in this town, so the ATMs don't work. I'm like, wow, what a plot.
This is 2021, sir.
Then why have the ATM? Because those things are fucking expensive.
I know.
Wait, do ATMs run on internet though?
I think they have to, right? Because they do transfers and stuff.
Oh, that's a good point. Good point.
Got in the back of Wolf Cola.
Of course. I fucking wish. It's too cold for Wolf Cola, though.
He does refrigerate eventually.
Yes.
Yeah, got a ton of them.
So the mechanic's like, I think we could work something out. And he brings him to Tex, right?
Tex McAdoo.
And he's like, this place has been closed for a long time, but I've been thinking of fixing her up, if you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, we all of a sudden became Scooter from Borderlands.
Yeah.
That
was one of your better
accents. I'm getting better. And so he's like, you just got to spend the night cleaning the place up for me.
That's it.
It's very simple. Very easy job.
Overnight job. Got to clean up the place. It's been a while. He's planning on, maybe relaunching the old joint. Yeah. It's got some bad history. We'll explain later, but yeah.
We see a girl get arrested also for trying to burn the place down.
She tries to burn the same place down. She gets arrested. She literally tries to light it on fire.
Yes.
Arsonist. And then the Sheriff Lund is the lady's name who gets her. She's like, oh, not this shit again. Like she's done it before.
Yeah, it's just always burning shit down.
And the place is tattooed to fucking Kingdom Come with Gateway to Hell.
Yeah.
Kid killers, whatever.
Yeah.
A bunch of shit on the walls.
So she's going to bring her away. Instead of bringing her to jail, she just ties her to a bed or something.
And she's like, what if I need to piss? Okay.
And she says, there's a bucket and some chips on the table.
What if I need to piss?
Is that how she...
Give it a shot, Jane.
Her accent?
Yeah. What if I need to piss? Go ahead.
She's like, what if I need to piss?
That sounds like fucking Luigi.
Why? Wait. So why does every accent I do, you guys say sounds Italian?
I don't know. Answer that question. Answer your own question. Ask yourself that fucking question.
Well, I think
it's time we get an answer.
I think my accents are very well done, and
just a go.
I'm gonna snatch every motherfucking birthday out there.
Literally the same accent as Cerrone from Anaconda. The same Italian accent you gave in our shark review last year.
Oh, the Italian
Jersey Shore shark attack.
He's like, hey, there's a shark over there.
That was actually not bad. You're getting better. I'm proud of you.
Yes. See, if you just keep practicing, things work out. Yeah, especially with accents. So, Nick Cage, he's in this place. He's going to be working on it. Let's just talk about the backstory now of the place. Willy's Wonderland is a place that was made by Mr. Willy, and he was a child sex predator.
He's a serial killer, actually.
Yeah, a serial killer who employed like 7 other serial killers, and they all just serial killered together.
Well, I mean, like, if you're in the system, and you're getting out of the system, it's very hard to reintegrate.
Yes.
And I think one of the best ways to link up with a fellow serial killer or criminal of violent crime, probably.
Yes.
And work at a Chuck E. Cheese replica.
Yeah, that's just, and they all do that.
Right? And then they take all of the families that are their birthday to the super happy fun birthday room, or whatever it's called.
And they murder the kids or the whole family?
The whole family.
The whole family.
It's a fucking bloodbath. Yeah. Actually, the beginning of the movie technically starts out with a family getting
murdered. That's true. Yeah. Yep. But my question is, how did it take so long for the police to like stop this? Because they like this went on for quite some time, and it's like if families were just getting murdered.
I think it went to the government though. They were running the big time, like the FBI, like the feds were there.
That's right, and
the cops are in on this.
That's right.
They're on the take.
Yeah,
they were on the take. So eventually, though, they know the police are coming, so they do a mass suicide.
Well, when they
transferring their souls into the animatronics.
That's the thing. And I feel like it's almost as if like they knew what they were doing.
Yes.
Because like when the police are barging in, it's almost as like you're trying to swat Andrew Tate. They're getting swatted. So they're coming in and they do the pentagram with all the serial killers around. And how many dolls are there? Because the exact amount is how many dolls.
I think it's 8,
so it's like,
right?
It's 8, yeah.
It's 8.
You're right. I think it's 8. It's 8 of them, of the killer variety getting transferred into now animatronics gone violent.
Yeah.
Because, and they even mention it, McAdoo mentions it, it's just like, just got a couple of run-ins with the law, just a couple of kids with lawsuits just tripping up over the animatronic. Yeah.
What's the story of Five Nights at Freddy's?
I never actually played the game.
Yeah, me either.
I just think you're like a security guard, maybe.
Yeah.
But what's the story about the animatronics coming to life?
It's the same thing. Like, at night they just come alive. I don't know.
Is there a reasoning?
I don't know the background.
I mean, there obviously is, but
I know nothing. There might not even be a backstory.
Yeah, I know nothing about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, just know that it's the same situation.
Yeah.
You're an overnight worker. They come alive. You try to survive. I think. Like,
okay.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's creepy though, because like I know like parts of that game when you're playing it, it is really creepy because like you're looking at them and they're not moving. And it's so easy to look back and they're in a different spot. Yeah.
The one thing, like Five Nights at Freddy's, like the animatronics are creepy, but these animatronics are actually kind of like some of them like the female one that's like an actual like fairy like
what the fuck is her name?
Siren.
Yeah.
Like she's creepy. Like she's like scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like these guys are actually kind of a little spooky.
Willy, the giant weasel, is just very creepy. I think because his neck is so long.
Yeah.
He's got one missing ear.
Yeah, then there's the Rutgers night that's just there. It's just wild. So Nick Cage, he's going to clean. He's going to drink Wolf Cola. He's going to play hella pinball.
Yeah.
He
is going to clean this place. He is on a mission. To clean this place.
Nothing will stop him from cleaning.
But once he dusts off the pinball, he sees it. He sees the pinball machine, and he takes off the tarp because it's tarp and dust. He cleans it off, and he does like fall in love with this pinball machine. It's a part of the routine, actually.
Yeah, it's almost like a euphoric look in his eyes, like he's about to bust. One thing I noticed though, you realize how strong, like that's like military grade Windex. This guy's spraying Windex on spray paint.
I know.
Like graffiti vandalism, and just spraying it with Windex and wiping it off.
I think he's that strong where he could have kind of wiped it off even without the Windex. Yeah.
Burning the graffiti off.
He does it on like in bathrooms or walls. Imagine scraping something, stain on the walls, very hard to get out.
Yeah.
What kind of industrial grade equipment is he working with? Apparently, very good Windex.
Yeah.
But he does get a run in with one right away.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Who's the first one?
It's the ostrich.
The ostrich.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna feed on your fucking soul.
Yeah, I think the ostrich is a little taken aback by him because I would imagine that the ostrich is always the first one up to feast, right?
Yeah,
sure.
And as I mentioned before, it's like a fight or flight kind of thing. And he says, "I'm gonna feast on your soul," and Nick Cage is stone-faced.
Yeah.
And he hits him with the mop.
Yeah, he does.
Hits him with the mop. It gives him a little tap.
A little mop check.
Little ostrich is confused.
With Nick Cage, like, he beats the shit out of this ostrich.
Well, because the ostrich actually does draw a little blood. I don't think any other animatronic drew blood on him really.
Besides Willy.
Yeah. But Willy's a different beast. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
The ostrich slices him, and then he breaks the mop in half.
I love when he just snaps it over his neck.
And he beats the shit out of this ostrich. And he does something interesting, actually. Did you see what he bandaged himself with?
Duct tape.
Duct tape. That's like the number one thing you don't do. Which was then I was like, okay, either it's an oversight or he is a superhero. Because if you put duct tape on a wound, that's like the chemicals like go in your bloodstream and like
you get infected.
Poison like in your bloodstream. And this guy's just duct taping his body.
It's like some kind of a fucking machine. Because like after
maybe
this fight,
he is an animatronic.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I was literally thinking that because like right after this fight, he has like some kind of a back issue, and he puts duct tape around his entire body to like be a back brace.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking of a bunch of theories, but like I'm thinking back. Okay, well, like he was driving the Chevy Camaro. Was he driving it with intent? Did he know he was going to hit the spike trap? Like, you're really thinking. And then I don't know. You really can go.
This movie really makes you think.
Yeah.
What I like about this fight with the ostrich is how he like Mortal Kombat fatalities it by ripping the fucking spine of the ostrich out.
Seriously, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But like not too much after, he is cleaning bathrooms.
Yes.
Like he does have like this little routine of like kicks ass, drinks the cola,
pounds it,
plays a little fucking sexual pinball where he just like.
Would that be considered a line? Because when he drinks it, he's just like go. Every time, like
it's an onomatopoeia.
I don't know if he could help himself as a human, like a real life person, like to not do that sound because I feel like that's a very common like.
Yeah, it's just Wolf Cola just hits that line.
I don't think it's a line. I think it's like an expression.
Yeah.
But
he also, I read, improvised every dance with the pinball machine.
It wasn't like impressive dancing. Like it was just like.
It looked like he was trying to be like John Travolta from like Pulp Fiction or something.
But he was fucking feeling it though.
There's times he looks like he's just fucking dry humping the machine.
Yeah.
But then when he's done, he does go back to cleaning. Because after he's fueled up, he starts cleaning the bathrooms.
Yeah.
To which Magilla Gorilla comes out of the last stall. He's kind of taunting him. He's going through each stall.
You're getting warmer. You're hot.
Question. Where was the gorilla hiding when he opens that stall?
Oh, hanging in the rafters.
I think you could see the ceiling though in every
scene.
Yeah.
But he does come from the top.
Can you guys imagine, like, say the maker of the movie, right? Like, he obviously like pitched the movie to people, like I feel like that's a common thing you do. And you just sit down in like a boardroom or like just like we are right now, and he's like, "Hear me out, Nick Cage, kicking ass." Cleaning, kicking ass. Like, how do you pitch this idea? Everyone's just like, "This is it. This is the one. You've got something here."
The question is, how do you get Nick Cage for it?
I think that's the easiest part.
I think that's the only way this works is if you pitch the idea with Nick Cage.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
And all the budget probably went to Nick Cage because the choreography and the fight scenes is pretty garbage, to be honest. Me and Damon were talking like it's kind of like gooch shit because they're just like standing there and like it'll just be like one motion quick and then it pauses, one motion, so it's just like very choppy the way that they do the choreography.
This fight though is hilarious when he's just like fucking slugging on this gorilla and then curb stomps him into the toilet.
In the urinal, right?
Urine.
Brutal. And every time they die, it's just like oil
splatters oil. That's why he bleeds red. Like that's why I think he's a machine.
Yeah,
it's true.
So 2 down, the kids show up.
Oh God! So the whole idea is the kids are there, and the main girl. Is their idea to go in there and burn it?
Yes,
They
the
wanna
whole
burn
idea
down.
is to burn it down.
That's like their goal every night.
But she sees.
It's picking in the brain.
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys want to do tonight?
Take it.
We do every night.
She-
Burn down Willy's world.
She sees Nicolas Cage in the building.
Yeah.
So she's like, "We're not burning it down." And the one guy's like, "Well, I mean, if we're not gonna burn it down, like if he's not gonna get out of there, like we should burn it down. If he's smart enough, he'll leave."
Yeah.
But she decides to go climb up the building and in. Is that what she does, or does she just go right in?
She climbs. She just gets into some vent.
Yeah. She goes to an event.
Yeah, she doesn't show how. So because she actually sees Nick Cage. And
She might be in love with him too. Like going back to like the beginning of the movie, they lock eyes. Well, she locks
That's right,
eyes with
yeah.
his sunglasses, and he peers back, and they just stare at each other. I think she falls in love with him, so she has to save him.
Because when she gets there, she's like, I have to
Yeah.
like go in and save
Yeah.
him. Like,
This guy's gonna die.
yeah. So she gets in, and then there's the guy. I think his name's Chris, who's like in love with her.
Is it Chris? Is it Luke?
I think it's Chris, and he's like, we have to like save her. We can't just let her stay in there. So that all the kids climb up to the roof, and then
Reluctantly.
yes, and then they're like arguing. The one kid's like, I ain't going there. I'm just gonna go home and bang my chick, yo. And then he tackles him through the roof.
Yeah.
And of course, they all fall directly into the ball pit.
You have to.
Everybody falls into the ball pit. Sorry,
So-
I'm looking up the actors' names.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So all the kids are there now inside. Now, what is the next? Nick Cage doesn't fight another robot yet, right? He waits until
It is Chris.
he meets the kids.
Well, he's got business to take care of.
Yeah, 'cause
he's
he's
got to
cleaning.
clean, and he's got to play pinball. And
I think
back to Wolf Cola.
Yeah, I think doesn't he run into at least the main girl?
He
Yes,
does. He does.
yes.
And he's playing pinball, right? As she's telling him to leave.
And he literally just like doesn't listen to her at all. It's
No.
literally hilarious. He just brushes her aside.
Because he signed up for this.
He knows what he's saying.
He signed up for it. He wants his tires fixed. He's got to clean the place. He's going to clean the place.
That's one thing. He does not look shocked at all. From the
No,
second he said this,
No.
going off.
There's a scene later on where they're standing together,
Incredible scene.
getting ready to fight,
Watch goes off.
and his watch goes off, and he just gives her a pocket knife and leaves her to fight the
Because
animatronic.
He is on a regimen.
For strict diet.
Because kicking ass is a part of the job.
Yes.
So he's going to clean, kick ass. Once that watch beeps, it's break time, no matter the situation. He at least gave her the pocket knife.
Yeah, you know what? He's a man who's like, you're only paying me for this amount of work. When my break is there, I'm
Yeah.
taking my
He's
break.
just a man. He's disciplined. You know?
Yes.
He's a very disciplined guy, and you gotta respect that.
Oh,
So
man.
I do know there's a point in time, and I don't know if it's coming up or where it is in the order of how things get taken down. But she is like on a wandering around, and she gets in the pixie forest.
That's not next, because the next one is the one kid gets stabbed in the chest by the knight.
By the Rutgers knife.
Oh,
the
that
Rutgers
happens.
knight.
Yes, because the thing is that they're in this main the room area
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you see all of them on the stage, and they constantly they'll play that fucking song.
Yes.
Yeah.
They actually start playing a different song where it's like 6 little chickens
know.
come, and then the one guy gets stabbed in the back with the Rutgers Knight sword.
Yes.
The other two, the couple actually leave right to go have sex in the super happy fun room.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go into the room where the serial killers would kill families.
And
Yeah.
she's in heat.
She isn't he?
She's looking as spash. She's like, I am so turned on by this super happy fun room. All these deaths.
And ball
and
pits.
The fact that I am deep in heat.
She's deep in heat.
I'm looking to have sex.
And that guy's like, "Oh, you a freak."
Which is probably the best piece of acting from one of the kids in that moment.
Fair.
But I think he was being for real. I think he was actually turned on in the moment in real life. And he was like, oh, so you a freak.
That wasn't even acting.
That was real. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna dry hump in the super happy fun room."
And they have sex fully clothed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has his shirt on.
So does she. Pants. She has her pants on
Yeah.
too. Spookiest part of the entire movie.
What was it like when the pace of this movie picks up? The music kind of kicks in. The music's pretty good.
Yeah.
And they're spinning around and having this really dry.
Yeah.
I will stress the word dry.
If you
sexy.
ever dry hump with denim, it's not a good mix.
No, it's not.
Ugh.
First of all, boner and denim is not a good mix.
No.
Exactly.
get rug burn.
She gets chopped up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
I feel you,
Oh
dog.
You a freak.
I'm a freak. Oh, yeah. Oh.
You've been really guttural lately.
Yeah.
And
Get my deep voice.
we didn't mention how sexual this chick is. She's very sexual.
Yeah, she's very sexual.
She tries to be sexual. She's climbing up the room. She's
Yeah.
trying to be sexual going into the super happy fun room.
She's neat, as I said.
Yeah.
So Nick Cage, though, is going to finally come back and just fuck up the night. He beats the night really quick.
The night. Yeah, because they're fucking really slow.
Yeah.
They're really slow.
At least, yeah, Willy's kind of...
Willie's
quick.
Willie's quick, yeah.
But yeah, the knight, he just grabs him and just starts smashing his head into the wall.
Yeah.
And then decapitates him with his own sword. And at that point, I'm like, you should probably own that sword the remainder of the movie because that is a massive machete.
Yeah.
But of course, it's
Nick
Nick Cage. He has his fists.
No, I gotta ask, like, why would they give one of these animatronics such a sharp sword?
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I have no.
Whatever.
And again, I mean, they don't really give a shit.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
So the couple having the driest sex of all time is going to get absolutely murdered by a crocodile.
It's the crocodile. Yeah.
But Nick Cage is not going to go right away.
Is this the French? Is a French crocodile? Doesn't it have like a little
Yeah,
beret?
it has a beret.
Because there's the Spanish turtle.
Our resident French accent.
Yes,
Bert?
the crocodile is like, "Today I will bite your neck and it will taste like the escargot."
You're done.
That was very French.
You're done.
That was pretty good. Isn't that how French people
Well, I
sound?
like how you throw in,
See,
you make it thematic. But
yes, Brian, I've been saying this for so long. What he does is he will either do an accent that is so not even close to what the accent's supposed to be, or he'll try his best to make it as close. But regardless of what you get, he will throw in things from that culture
Yes.
to try and make you think. And no one ever thinks that it's working. He might think it's working.
He thinks the snails are gonna make up for the French accent.
Yeah. He does it all the time with every single accent. He
So
does.
we're saying my crocodile talk is not working for you.
Like you could have said, you could have said, this is my French crocodile accent and not included escargot.
Wine.
Je m'appelle Cheno.
See that? Like that would have been. He didn't
Yeah, but I
include it.
sounded like that.
Okay, but you see how he didn't say escargot at the end, just to say escargot.
Yeah. Okay. Assume that's what all French people talk about.
Revolution.
Well, if there's one thing I know about the French, they love
That's
revolution.
True. No, that's true.
And protests.
And La Resistance.
Yes, like, of course.
Marie Dupree.
So, Nick Cage, though, is going to fuck this crocodile up when he does show up.
This is probably my favorite kill of the movie, if I'm being honest. There's a lot of good ones.
It's a good one, yeah.
He just reverse jaw snaps it. I felt like I was watching something out of Hatchet. Like,
He brutally kills them, but this one's cool because he literally just takes both the ends of his mouth and just rips
The
them open.
crocodile's greatest weapon, he says it's void here and just snaps his jaw.
Sick.
Awesome.
Also, all the kids are dead except 2 now.
Yeah.
So Chris,
Thank
while
God.
hiding, is going to call the police. And
He doesn't he? Yeah, you're right. He does during hiding.
call the police.
Calls the police, who literally hang up on him immediately.
He calls again, and she's like, okay, we got to go. So her and the deputy get ready to go. And then Chris is going to get encountered by the chameleon, which I don't know why Chris buys into what the chameleon is saying, because the chameleon's like, I'm good, you can trust me.
Well, you know, Chris is a good guy.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, Chris seems like he is the lizard of the group. Hear me out.
I'm listening.
No, because the lizard comes in and he's like, I'm different. I'm not like the others.
Yeah.
They bullied me. That's what Chris was dealing with on the roof.
That's
They
true.
were like, yo, you're doing this for ass and you ain't even going to get ass. So Chris is like resonating with this lizard. So he's like, okay, you know what? This is me in lizard animatronic form. I'm going to try to help it out.
And the lizard snaps his neck.
With her tongue.
Yeah.
With her lizard tongue, yeah.
And that's when Nick Cage shows up. With the girl.
The best part, though, is when, so they leave you with the lizard and the guy having a conversation. When they come back to it, it's like the worst acting. Chris is like, so we have a deal, right? Snaps.
That kid never got redemption. Never got the girl.
No, he got nothing.
He got nothing. He died.
Yeah.
Just like they said he would.
Yeah. They were absolutely right.
They were right.
And they were right, too, because they all died. Except the girl.
Yeah, but she's a terrible actress. She's absolutely
She's actually the worst actor in the whole
They're
movie.
pretty bad. I think the slutty girl's pretty bad, too.
But this is where she's like, she's ready to fight the lizard, and then Nick Cage comes out of the shadows and just kind of puts his fist up like he's ready to fight, and the watch goes off.
I fucking love that. He just gets in formation with the fists. Incredible.
And then the watch goes off. He's like, I'm a man of regime, and hands her a knife.
Yeah.
And it's time to choke back a wolf cola and play some pinball. But this time he's looking for the high score.
He is.
He's looking for the high score. The ultimate euphoria is that high score. He's dancing. He's dancing. He's grooving, dry humping that machine.
Oh my God.
And he does it. He breaks the high score.
He does. And then he instantly goes back.
Well, I think now he's at ultimate power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how you are right, though. It's clean, a little bit of break, kick some ass. Because now it's kick-ass time.
Yep. And now he goes back and he's like, don't worry, girl. I got you. I'm going to absolutely destroy this lizard.
Epic.
He chokes it out, right, with its own tongue?
Yep. And then he goes to throw that out, and then the police are there.
Was it his own tongue, or was it like another rope for a last?
Oh, no, it wasn't.
Oh, it was a new rope, right? Okay.
Because the thing's...
Oh, true, because its tongue's like hanging out. Yeah.
Because the only reason why I said that is because me and my brother watching it, I said it would have been way better if he did it with the tongue.
Wait, the tongue, yeah.
It's cool, by the way. It's kicking ass. Shane, question for you. They never really referred to Nicolas Cage's name in this movie. I actually don't even know that they call him the janitor. It's only listed in IMDb and credited as such.
They say it once before they go in.
McAdoo mentions it, right? Yeah, that's right. With that being said, when you're at the club, you just let it drip?
Yes. Because isn't that what you're supposed to do when you're at the club? You just let it drip?
When was the last time you came?
From me, or?
Yeah, you just let it drip?
Yeah. Right? Isn't that like with all the cool people?
And the denim?
Yeah.
And the dry humping?
Well, there's a lot of dry humping at the club.
In the super happy fun room in the club?
Yes.
But answer my question.
When's the last time I what?
You came.
Off the top of my head? I don't know, like 5 days ago, maybe?
I was really hoping for last night.
Yeah, I think it was last night.
I was really hoping
It definitely wasn't.
No.
Are you the type of person that has to wait until the whole family's gone, or do you like to sneak one?
Do you tempt fate?
There's no sneaking.
You've never snuck one once.
Well, no, that'd be lying if
so
I've never
snuck
snuck
a few.
That'd be lying, but no, I normally
I got another one for you. You ever sneak one on vacation?
That is a great question.
Vacation now.
Never snuck one.
No.
In your lifetime, you're talking double-digit sneaks, or you can count...
In my lifetime, yeah. I mean, we were all kids.
Okay. So you double-digit.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. We can get back to the movie.
Look at these sneaks.
Everyone snuck one from time to time.
Sure.
When was your last sneak?
I have no idea.
Yes, you do.
I don't, though.
Shane.
I don't.
You got a face on.
I don't think I do.
Know that face.
Because that's a weird question to be asking.
What was the last time you snuck?
Oof.
In the summer.
Wait, and you're talking about like actual legitimate sneaking? Yeah, I've jerked off on vacation before.
Yeah, I would say that's the last time you are out of like your parents' house, like you're living on your own with your brother. It's no longer sneaking.
No.
But vacation would be a sneak.
It would be a sneak.
You snuck on this last vacation?
I fucked on this last vacation.
Okay. So pre-girlfriend was probably the last time you snuck.
Yeah, no, it was honestly a while.
To fuck.
It was a while back because there was COVID, and there was a period where 404 was stopping to jerking off. Like I was trying to quit.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I couldn't even recall. So sneaking for me it's been a while. Like legitimately sneak. It's been a really long time.
You've done it on multiple vacations though.
Oh, without a doubt.
Okay.
So sneaks aside, Nick Cage is going to get interrupted by the police.
Correct. Because he's not sneaking past them.
No. They're going to cuff him and be like, all right, we're going to leave him here to die by Willy's hands. And the girl's like, yo, you can't do this. I love him.
Yeah, she's like, well, I mean, he's not trapped in with them. They're trapped in with him.
Yeah.
That was actually a really good line.
Yeah.
But also another great line was, she's like, I'm not leaving without him, as she's getting pulled
away.
Leaving without him.
Yeah. So
she's rough.
She's going to be taken away by the deputy, who they're driving, seems normal, they're talking. The turtle is on top of the car. Turtle animatronic. He's coming for a ride.
You talking about Sombrero Turtle?
Yeah, what's his name? He's like Viva la Resistance.
That's French.
Oh, that's French.
He would be Spanish.
He was
Mexican.
Oh, yeah. He's like, never mind. I won't even do a Spanish accent. I probably shouldn't anymore.
Where are we going to go? Chile? Like,
Chile? Nah,
Maracas.
Sombrero.
Yeah, you got one on.
The Mexican hat dance.
Ludicolo?
Yes. That's basically what it is.
He is
Ludicolo.
He's the Spanish Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
That's confirmation on that.
Confirmed, yeah.
So this turtle is going to just eat the deputy, whatever the hell he is.
He's a deputy that was trying to make a
character
turn.
Yes.
Change of heart.
Will. Yeah.
He just gets eaten instantly, though.
The turtle had to be waiting for that, because like the police are what make this whole operation work.
Yes.
So he must have been just sitting on top of that roof, just making sure the police officer was going to do duty to them.
Yeah.
And the second the police officer's like, you know what, change of heart, you're right, and he just gets fucking mauled out of nowhere.
We should maybe put some detail, because I know we haven't really talked. We talked about the killer, but we haven't talked about the bond the police have with this place.
Yeah.
So I know that when McAdoo got this place, he tried to reopen it. Obviously, they were with the souls of the serial killers. They were killing people, and they had to get shut down. But the thing was he wanted to he wanted to avoid all of the lawsuits and all of the issues, because they were actually going into town and killing people in town.
Yes, so
it was a town issue now at this point.
Yeah. So the police and McAdoo all decided, we will bring you people to feast on if you leave the town alone.
I mean, in theory, the police, they're trying to protect
the people of the town
at the cost of a sacrifice here and there.
They're taking outsiders. People who are just driving in.
Drifters,
yeah.
You play the Quarry or no?
I did. I love
It's kind of the same situation. Like, the police officer has good intentions.
Yes.
But he also has to think about his family.
Yeah.
You're torn, you know?
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough situation. So what does she do here to the Sombrero Turtle? She
kicks him in the balls repeatedly.
Yeah.
Doesn't kill him.
She definitely does not finish him off.
Yeah,
No.
he actually pleads for her to stop, because she's just literally only hitting him in the balls.
Yes.
He says he actually says you're hitting me in my balls. My balls. Out my balls. No more.
So she leaves him alone and heads back.
She walks back. You won't see her for the rest of the movie. Until the end.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, a couple miles probably. Back.
Nick Cage is going to break free. No, he doesn't break free yet. He actually fights the siren and
You see her head between his legs.
Yeah.
And she's like...
Snaps her.
Yeah.
And who doesn't he fight another one here?
It's two of them, yeah. I forget which one the second one was.
It's not Willy. It's...
Is it the chameleon? This is where he finishes the chameleon off, right?
I think it's the chameleon.
And he's doing this handcuffed.
Yes.
With headbutts and dick chokes.
Yes. Kills the chameleon, breaks free of the chains, throws them both outside, comes back in, and the sheriff holds him to gunpoint again.
Yeah,
She's like, the fuck are you? How are you still alive?
So she keeps saying to him, why don't you just die?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
I'm so sorry, Willy. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yeah. We didn't think this was going to happen. Yeah. You were supposed to die.
Yeah.
Willy just shows up and cuts her in half.
Yeah, because she doesn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because Willy doesn't give a shit.
No, Willy just wants death.
He wants to eat. He wants a feast.
Wants a feast.
So now Willy's going to start fucking up Nick Cage.
Yeah, and I think Nick Cage kind of taken it back, because this is his first real adversary in the movie. It's actually kind of
damaging.
The gorilla kind of got a hold of him, smashed him against a wall.
Yeah.
But nothing a little duct tape can't fix.
Fact.
This guy, Willy, is fucking him up.
really fucking him up, like, bad. But Nick Cage, he gets that fucking, he just thinks of Wolf Cola at this point.
Not only does he think of Wolf Cola, he actually, I don't know if you realize this, it might have been an oversight. He kills him with the Wolf Cola.
That's right. He puts it in the bag.
In the sack, yeah.
He actually fights this thing with such a handicap. I actually don't understand how he killed it. He literally took a bag full of the colas, and in his other hand, he had that, like a bar, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he literally just like
beats the shit out of Willy.
Both things.
Yep.
Because he's a machine.
Yeah.
He's a madman, but he's a human at the same time.
Just obliterates Willy. Walks outside to the mechanic and McAdoo.
Yes, Jed. Is it Jed?
Jed.
McAdoo?
Yeah. He's just outside, and they're like, well, thanks. Guess we could reopen.
They are shocked, though.
They are.
Because they're going in thinking, like, let's clean up the fucking mess of this.
He literally looks them both like dead in the face.
Yeah. And he just puts his hand out for the keys. Because they think they're just going to free Camaro.
And they give him the car.
Of course. This guy just kicked the shit out of the fucking thing, the bane of this town's existence. He just 1v8 them.
Yeah.
And, of course you're going to fucking hand the keys over.
Isn't it crazy how these things would just, like, creep into a store or into a town, into someone's house,
and
just kill an entire family?
Like imagine, put that into perspective. Like, you're just shopping in Walmart, right? And you know that there's a chance that this could happen because it's been happening. And then you just see them walking on the street and they're just like... as the animatronics.
Yeah.
And they just kill. Like, they originally planned to knock the building down and demolish it, but the animatronics left and killed the construction workers.
Wild. And then no one would take the job again because of that.
Yeah.
I think the lead construction worker was like fucking like he was
gutted. He was gutted.
The intestines were like leaking out of him, like
they fucked him up
in his own house.
Yeah. So Nick Cage gets his car. The girl finally comes back. They have a stare down again.
Yeah.
And she just gets in the car with him.
Yeah. Because she has nothing.
No.
Because her parents were sacrificed.
Yes, her parents were killed by the animatronics.
That's what we did skip that.
Was in the very beginning.
Yeah.
It was very in the beginning. Those are her parents. So she has a reason why she wants to burn this place down.
Yes.
But she has nothing here anymore.
Yeah.
Like her job is done. Revenge is over. Like she has literally no friends because they're all dead.
Yes.
All she has is
Nick Cage,
the janitor.
That's it.
So they're gonna drive off together.
But how old is she?
Oh, she was like a kid.
Shani, expert of
Do
the
we
kids
know that?
bordering on 19.
Like, what is this? What is this new relationship? Does he have a daughter now? Does he have a girlfriend? Does he have a daughter-girlfriend?
Honestly, I
thought about that. I was like, okay, like she's in love with him. They're driving off together. I was like, how old is this girl, Nick? What are you doing here?
I think it's his girlfriend now.
Who's gonna stop him?
That's a good point.
If Willy can't stop him, who's gonna stop
you
him?
have to like really plan. You have to think outside the box with this guy. You got to take away his source of fuel.
Yeah.
You got to cut. You got to cut the power lines off him.
He's cruising with her in the car. What does he do? Cracks open a Wolf Cola, but he gives it to her instead.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
she has
right.
her first sip.
She's chugging that shit
of the devil's juice.
They also run over the turtle.
Yes, the last of the animatronics.
And the siren, who we actually saw was not fully finished,
Correct.
blows up the mechanic and Tex, killing everyone.
Yeah, so like for perspective, it was never Nicolas Cage's mission to kill all of them.
Yeah.
He just needed to clean and finish the shift.
Yeah.
If they left him alone, like if he killed one and they were like, okay, maybe we shouldn't mess with this guy, he wouldn't have killed them because that was
Correct.
never the task at hand. They were just getting in his way to finishing the task at hand, which the place looked fucking immaculate.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Great job. That place could legitimately reopen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Problem is they have no ownership now.
No, and animatronics are gone.
They're
And
down a couple of sheriffs.
there's also no kids in town. Yeah, it's all the
No
town
kids.
is dead. It's a ghost town.
Actually, they were the only two characters that were shown that survived, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the only members. They now own the town if they wanted to.
Yeah, it is their town, but they're leaving. And that's Willy's Wonderland, the first movie of Nick Cage month.
I was hoping for like a bonus scene where there was like a baby animatronic.
That would have been awesome.
Like at the end.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
So I'm gonna say Nick Cage month has started off strong,
It did.
and I'm gonna give this movie a strong 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I really like. it's just a fun Nick Cage movie. It's like if you want to see Nick Cage dry humping pinball machines, pounding back soda, and kicking the shit out of animatronics, like, isn't that all you're looking for at this point in a Nick Cage movie? Like, you don't want to see him, like, you just want to see him beat the shit out of things and act crazy. And that's what Nick Cage is doing here. The kids are horrible, absolutely terrible. I mean, it's just Five Nights at Freddy's, so, I mean, it can't be that great, but, like, it's so great for Nick Cage. I love watching it. It's like Seagal. I just want to see Seagal mumble and kick the shit out of things. This one, there's no talking, but I just see Nick Cage pounding soda and kicking the shit out of things. I'm in 6 out of 10.
Yeah, so I just looked at my IMDb. Like, I had this as a 6 on IMDb as well.
Uh-huh.
Man, do I want to give it a 5, though. Man, I hate those kids so much. But I'm going to stick with my rating as a 6. For me, it would be probably on the lower end, only because those kids are so bad. When they drop the main girl into the forest, and she's there, and she's just like...
Yeah.
She looks so out of place. And I think that the 6 I'm giving here is solely 6 Nick Cage points. Because the rest of the movie just falls apart.
Yes, agreed.
Entirely. The story, yeah, it's fine. And I like the animatronics. The choreography is absolute dog shit. Just Nicolas Cage rules over this entire film. Everything. It's all Nick Cage. So
Agreed.
It's a 6 just based on him. That's where I am.
Originally, I was thinking 7. But you just made me put something into perspective. Because I was thinking it, I was like, okay, like, I would actually watch this movie one more time. Like, if I wanted to show Becca this movie, like, I would watch it with her just to show, like, the ridiculousness.
Yes.
But then I thought to myself, take Nick Cage out and replace it with someone else. It might be a 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not the same movie.
It is just...
Nick Cage makes this entire movie.
The facial expressions,
yes.
The wolf cola, like... You take all that out, it's nothing. So I'm going to agree with you guys on the 6. The thing that bothers me, though, is that I know that you guys gave Triple X a 4 and a 5, maybe. Yeah. And that's way too... And this movie's better than Triple X.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's fact.
Without a doubt.
So I'm going to give it a 7.
We were so close to doing the 666.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been spooky.
It was really spooky.
Oh, demonic spooky. Over here.
Yeah.
All right, Shane. Sauce. It's time to put somebody in the fucking book.
Oh, man.
Like, can we think of 2? I can think of one right off the get. Like I said off the get-go would be the crocodile for me.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking humans only. I wasn't thinking the animatronics.
Well, the thing is, it's technically the soul of a human.
Yeah. No. I'm saying, like, that's... I'm glad that you went first and picked an animatronic, because I wouldn't even have thought of one. That makes my decision a little bit more difficult. Now, we're talking about, what do you guys do this? It's the best death?
Yeah, or the most impactful to you.
Impactful.
See, it's either, I think it's either the crocodile or the curb stomp on the gorilla.
Yeah, it's pretty good too.
That's like, he meant that. Like,
yeah.
Because that was like the first time Nick got kind of like roughed up a little bit.
Yeah.
So Nick was like, I'm going to
obliterate you.
And that he did.
It was funny because the first 2 of them, they're fucking pretty cocky.
Yeah.
And after those first 2, nobody gets cocky then. Like, they're...
Yeah, I think it's just back to what I said, where they're used to just running over anyone that's in there, like almost toying with them.
Yeah.
Like having a night about it.
Nicky.
And Nicky changes the script. I think I'm going to go with the gorilla too. A curb stomp is pretty sick.
Okay. So gorilla crocodile, let's flip it. Let's pick which one is where.
Yeah, so we'll say heads is the croc and tails is gorilla. Okay. Let's see if I can catch it this time. It'd be nice. Thing's pretty heavy. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This thing's fucking impossible to catch.
What are we on?
It was this.
Which is heads, which was the croc.
I'll be honest, I really didn't get a good toss of it.
You want to toss again?
I do.
Toss it again.
You know what? It's hard to toss.
Yeah, let me see. Cause I want to take a shot at it myself, because when
like
I see it's like knuckleballing in the air.
You can't really like flip it.
You got yourself an unflippable coin. Maybe if you guys start spinning it.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, let's take a good spin.
Let me move my phone here. $2,000 phone.
Okay.
Kraken.
All right, that would be the
crocodile.
It's doable. Just need space.
Space.
Crocodile
it is. Give us something.
Crocodile. You were the French animatronic. So as they say in the French region, oui, you are going to die to the resistance. That was pretty good, right?
Just keep going.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all I know about you. They didn't give much detail to the backstory of each of these.
No.
But I'm going to say Nick Cage's kill shot to you was the best of the movie. So that's why we're going to honor you in our Necronomicon. It's wild stuff. Yeah. Should I just give up on the accents?
I think multiple people have told you that for years. You're now getting it.
This is so fun to do for so long.
It's very racist.
Is it though?
Yes.
I just feel like it's like...
It would be less
It's
racist.
my attempt at an accent.
Yeah, it would be less racist if you didn't throw in a stereotype.
Okay.
Oui.
But they say that.
You're just like,
No.
oui, back there. Let's go there. And then you're like, oh, Jackie. Like, it's just, like, you
To be fair, that's not my Asian accent. That's my Jackie Chan Adventures
But
accent.
you'll throw in, like, fried rice at the end of a sentence.
Oh, not always.
You'll do, like, an Asian accent about, like, going to the supermarket and then going home, and then you'll just end it with fried rice.
No, because, look, if anyone has watched Jackie Chan Adventures,
Sure.
the grandpa used to be like, oh, Jackie! That's how he talked! Like, that's not my fault. Blame WB11. So next week, we are doing Mandy.
Such a great movie, too.
Yeah, I love all of this. It was a great.
Let me make sure before I
It's gonna
Say
Are
be.
you doing Pay the Ghost or no?
We are
No.
What's the lineup?
Okay, so
What's the Nick Cage
all right.
lineup?
Next week we were doing Mandy. The
Okay.
week after we were doing Vampire's Kiss,
Great movie.
and then the week after we were ending with Mom and Dad.
Incredible.
Right?
Lineup, yeah.
So yes, next week will be Mandy. Yeah, we couldn't fit Pay the Ghost. There's only 4 Mondays for November, but when we do Nick Cage month 2, we got Pay the Ghost.
I mean, he's got enough.
Yeah. So Sauce, you will be here for the entire month.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, bud.
It was a pleasure, and it was fun. And I'm glad I got picked for Nick Cage month. And I'll see you guys in here.
Probably.
Yeah.
We got a great schedule planned for next year too, because me and Brian have gone deep and planned a lot.
Yeah, we've already planned it a little bit.
Who's your biggest guest coming on? Let's get the people excited.
I don't think we have that many planned
Well,
guests. Tim.
will be on an episode with you for Nick Cage month.
Oh, sweet.
I believe we have next year. We have the return of Mike Benanti for Leprechaun 2.
Yeah, we haven't really. Yeah,
But we haven't
podcasts.
scheduled it. Yeah,
we haven't really scheduled.
We'll
We've
start
scheduled
talking.
movies recently.
Yeah.
Anything you want to discuss coming up?
I mean, yeah, I'm Scarlet and Violet coming out November 18th. That's going to be pretty big for the channel. YouTube.com/Sauce McGavin.
With that said, we are the final podcast signing off, and we will see you next week. Where? Where does Mandy even take place?
Fucking Coke Farms?
There we go.
Awesome. Well, we're very appreciative that Sauce McGavin's here for Nicolas Cage November. Turkey and Nicolas Cage. What can you ask for? www.thefinalpodcast.com for all the goodies. We'll see you every Monday. Peace.